All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 14 of the Banter Boyz podcast. Today is a very special episode. We have a new character unlocked. Coach Dylan, famous for his left wing, clap, famous for his top 5 left wing question, has broken our balls enough to allow us to give him entry to the podcast. So, Coach Dylan, welcome.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Someone needs some knowledge on here, so here we are.
Can we at least give him credit for hopping on before Canna did?
Pretty impressive. Canna was
Absolutely.
an early adopter, original member, and Dylan got on here before him.
I think
Impressive.
I think the real exciting thing is that we're now getting we're getting a new team here. Dylan,
team?
Who do you support?
Liverpool.
We got a pool guy.
And
A Schausa.
and reigning fantasy champion as well.
Or
Came
dry,
in first last year.
You don't have one of these bad boys, do you?
Nice.
Welcome, Coach Dylan. Welcome.
Anybody want to talk about anything? Anything
Yes.
happen?
I
Anything
have
happen?
something to bring up. that
Okay.
I need to share with you all.
Okay.
Kyle, you know
Yes.
what I did not do this weekend?
What?
I did not get on a plane, fly 8 hours to go see my team play in person, to not even win at home against a lesser club in my city, and then fly 8 hours back. I did not do that this weekend. Anyways, take it away.
That's a violation.
I think we might be talking about somebody here that might have done that.
Oh,
I might have
Nichols,
gone.
you went to the Chelsea game.
You know what's crazy? We drew to a team that won a trophy recently. I know Arsenal can't say that. Somebody that within the last few months lifted some gold. So losing to them, actually two-time gold trophy, lifters in the last few months. I think it was a good match. Tie, always a draw. Draw's okay. We got some points on the board. When was the last time you guys lifted a trophy? Quick question.
Well, that's a good
Years?
that's a good thing which is why we decided to go out there and absolutely hijack and steal Eze from Spurs.
Spurs
We said, you
fans!
know what?
Cover your eyes.
Yeah, it's bad. We needed a trophy
Have some of
lifter. He agreed to terms with Spurs. Spurs came to an agreement with Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace said, listen, we want him to play in this European game here on Friday night. Then he's all yours.
Thursday.
Spurs were like, absolutely, that's fine. Totally fine. Okay, it's a World Cup year. He could start at Spurs because Madison's injured. He could start all year round. Arsenal came in and said, hey, we're going to pay you less. Okay? We're going to pay you less than Spurs. You're probably going to get less starting time. What do you think? He said, you know what? I won't even play in that game on Friday night. I'm not even worth risking it. I'll see you. I'll see you for the medical. So we got our guy. We got Eze.
I will say, my brother is a big Tottenham fan. Over the weekend, we did go to the Tottenham game. And on Tuesday, the rumors of Eze going to Tottenham were high.
Basically, here we go. As close
here we
as you
go.
could be without the here we go.
Essentially, agreements have been had. I'm on the flight, refreshing. I see the agreement. I show my brother on the plane. We both do a silent fist pump. We both knuckle touch. To then 24 hours later, oh my God. What a just pull the rug under you. We were celebrating on a plane, and the next thing you know, I'm sending him a screenshot saying, ooh, this doesn't look good. So shout out to my brother, longtime listener. I apologize. That sucks for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys will get somebody else, but not great.
Yeah, maybe like Gibbs White. Oh no, you tried that too, and you lost that one too. Maybe somebody else. Hopefully,
No, okay. And to be fair, Gibbs White wasn't really even on his accord.
It
You know, he
wasn't
wanted
on- it wasn't
he
even
wanted to
on
go.
them.
The owner
Yeah.
just said, "Nah, no, not happening. Illegal. It's. I'm suing." And the guy's like, "I don't know what you want me to do."
Yeah. No, I'm
Well, and
very happy. Very happy with the signing.
yeah, and I mean, good for Arsenal. They're getting a good English attacker. You know, the age-old question: will he start though? You know, that's going to be a big question. Is he going to start on the left wing? Is he going to start over Martin Odegaard? You know, Odegaard's coming off a tough season. Maybe you need a little help in the midfield. I know he's your captain, but you know, it is a tough question. And you know, the other thing is, you know, Spurs, Arsenal, it may have helped out Manchester City a bit here by driving up the price for Savinho. Now all of a sudden, you know, Savinho's kind of been Spurs' top target the past couple of weeks. Do the Spurs end up paying enough for Manchester City to fund a Rodrigo transfer? That's another question that's got to be asked.
A lot of dominoes. I think that was a domino today, and let's see what happens.
We
Absolutely.
could also see Wisa. Wisa is either going to go to Newcastle or Tottenham. I'm waiting for him to go somewhere because he's a top pick in my fantasy team, and he's just sitting on the bench. So please go somewhere quickly.
Yeah.
He's going Saudi.
I'm just gonna say it's been a remarkable 24 hours to be an Arsenal fan, as it has been for quite a couple or few years now. It is obviously double as good that we dipped into our rivals. It's if you're a baseball fan, it's like when the Yankees stole A-Rod from the Red Sox. He was supposed to go to the Red Sox. So it's just bittersweet. Eze is a big fan of Arsenal, was in their academy, wanted to come back. So it's a good story. And
you guys rejected him. He's like, I already said this in the group chat.
didn't-
He's like the hometown girl who's obsessed with you, and you keep rejecting her, keep rejecting her, keep rejecting her. Finally, it's like you got a little fat. You don't have a good job anymore, and it's like, all right, let me call her back and see if she's still around.
I think it's the same, but she went out, she got a boob job, she lost a bunch of weight, and you're like, you know what, honey? I forgot what I could have had this. I'm sorry.
Eze is not an ugly duckling. He's not an ugly duckling who turns into a swan. He's not.
To be
Eze
fair,
lifted his last trophy for Crystal Palace.
After Eze went to or left Arsenal, he then went to Fulham. Fulham also dropped him. So it's not like we did something
he played with Akinfenwa, and Akinfenwa has been on record saying this kid has done some amazing things. He's the best player I played with.
Trafford was rejected by Manchester City, and
he wasn't. He was sold for a good price.
Well, no, I mean, you guys let him go though. Like, why didn't you keep him? It's the same mentality.
Sold him for 18 million. That's not bad for an 18-year-old keeper.
And then you had to buy him back for more. It's kind of crazy, but anyways,
bought him back for less than his buyback. It's pretty good business.
I think the same exact.
Started game week 1 with a clean sheet. I don't know. That's pretty good business to me.
I think it's tough you know what I mean? If a kid is 13 and somewhat good, they could go, you know what I mean? We've seen so many kids come through, you know what I mean? Young guys who are like, oh, this guy's going to be awesome and doesn't work out, or yeah, this guy's nothing, does work out. So happy for him. Definitely wanted to go back there. And I don't know if he makes the starting 11 with Leeds. I don't think so, right? No way.
Not this weekend, no.
No way, right?
No,
I also don't know. Like, I think it legitimately will just come down to how their schedule plays out. Meaning, if Arteta feels like someone does well in early like Europe or Cup games, he's just going to leave them for that since there's going to be enough of it, or the vice versa. So it's
until they lose their hamstrings.
I mean, they shouldn't. There's so much depth now.
Depth is definitely
it's the missing piece. You guys are lifting the trophy this year, right?
Maybe.
Well,
we already got one. We got the Emirates Cup. We got the Emirates Cup already. We started off with the trophy lift, so we'll start there and see what happens.
First one as well.
So you guys want to go through first week of the season?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Game week 1. I mean, it's only right to start out with the first match of the season, right?
Yep.
Coach Dylan, how do we feel? How do we feel about Liverpool's first match?
Big dog, 3 points is 3 points. The Chiesa song was in full voice at the stadium. I saw it on TV. Now, like, it was pretty good. 3 points closer to the title, you know what I'm saying? Arsenal also won. Didn't play very good. Little worried. Little
So,
worried.
all right. So, is it any concern to you that it really took them until pretty much the death to win the match? And they did put the cherry on top with a fourth goal, but tough match with Bournemouth. And now you're down
a walk in the park, though.
Yes and no. Context
What
of
Crystal Palace is?
new back
But
line.
I mean,
So you got to take
new
that
back line, and next week it's going to be another new back line, right? Because now all of a sudden Connor Bradley's got to fill in.
I don't even know
Frimpong.
if Gomez has to play, to be honest.
Frimpong's out for a month.
Frimpong's out. Joe Gomez hasn't trained 3 days in a row after the Bournemouth game. I think Bradley was already hurt.
Bradley's allegedly back.
All right, well, there we go. You
Yeah,
know,
wait.
Yeah.
Can you just sign a center back
Jean something, yeah.
from like the Italian league or something?
Hey, this weekend or Monday's game is gonna be a bloodbath, so they might just have to throw on that big Italian 6'6" kid just to start throwing bodies around. To be honest, but I go on Twitter and it's just Newcastle player compilations of them just fouling the hell out of everybody, and they said,
Yeah, they're also coming for blood
I don't know where
too.
this
They're
beef-
pissed.
I don't know where this beef came from. We didn't tell Isaac to stop training. But now all of a sudden everybody wants to tear Wirtz's ACL and stuff. So
Yeah, that's gonna be a violent game.
We
That's
gave
for
them.
sure.
I mean, based on game week 1, you guys might be better off if Wirtz is unavailable to play anymore. He didn't look like a $120 million guy.
Well, you should know as well as anyone. Man City buys a lot of decent players. Do they, off the rip every time? No, they need a little adjustment to the league.
Yeah,
a little bit.
you gotta give him till
First
Halloween
game-
before you could judge anybody.
Player when people hate watching first game, and they jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
That's crazy you say that, Dylan, because a couple episodes ago, that's exactly what was happening with Gyökeres in a preseason match. So
He
said
his treatment is what he got.
I said give him at least a few weeks to just settle the F in, and we'll see.
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
yeah.
I mean, foreshadowing there. Give him a few weeks because week 1 didn't do him any justice.
We'll get to that game. Yeah. Are you nervous about your backline, a scale of 1 to 10 for the season?
For the whole season, 3.
Okay.
For right now, 10 being high.
Okay. Okay.
First 2
So we're
months.
at DEFCON 1.5. Okay.
Okay.
Then they figure it out.
All right. What else? Anybody watch the Villa Newcastle game?
Newcastle.
I was asleep.
Shocking without
I was asleep.
Yeah.
I only
Newcastle
watched
was
the games that I went to. Unfortunately, the airing laws in London suck. So I'll talk about the 2 games that I went to, but you guys could take these ones.
I will say I watched the highlights. Newcastle needs a striker.
Yeah, it's
They
like
need a
Newcastle's
striker.
missing somebody up top, a nice solid number 9. It's weird. Maybe they'll get one.
They will. They will.
Yeah.
They got someone. I don't want to play for them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, swiftly moving on then to Spurs
Yeah.
Burnley.
Yeah.
I'll take this one away. I'll be honest, guys. I was there. I was live in person for this one. I'm not gonna lie. Tottenham looked good. Yes. It was against Burnley. Not really the strongest competitor, but still, they had a lot to prove in the first day back. But Tottenham looked good. Good environment in the stadium. Getting to see that Richie overhead kick literally right in front of me. Insane. I think they have I think morale's going to be low the next game, to be completely fair. They're going against Man City on their next game. They just had Eze just swept under the rug from them. I do think I was personally impressed by how they played, but hard to compare against, new team coming up. But I think they look good. I honestly think they came out, they did what they needed to start off the season with a strong win at home.
So you don't think they're going to beat Man City 4-0 again this year?
Hey,
I don't think there's a
they
snowball's
looked
chance in
good.
hell.
They looked good. I think this is the resurgence of Richarlison.
All right.
Well,
But
Burnley. You think Burnley definitely going down?
Burnley's going down.
No,
Burnley's going down.
Which stadium is that at this week?
City, I think.
Yes, City home match.
We'll get to game week 2 when we're done going through game week 1. We'll go through them.
Hopefully they filled the stadium up.
If you look at the numbers, City's got one of the highest attendance percentages in the league. They're like top 3. So I don't know.
Yeah. Hey,
the
fans,
empty hat jokes are old West. They're just not the case, my friend. But like we said earlier, right now it looks like Spurs' top target is Savinho, and City ain't gonna sell him until they play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 2 of their big targets, one went to their rivals, and the other still on the other team. So Spurs looked good against Burnley, but it's Burnley.
Yeah, Manchester City and Burnley you can't get too far apart.
I know that is such a scary jump for Tottenham.
You know what I mean? Like
after week 1, morale is like, oh my god, guys, look at that. We have a convincing win at home to then just followed up Man City.
Yeah.
I'm actually
into a buzzsaw.
I am really excited for that game. JP, it sucks for you because what? You got to wake up at 4:30.
4:30.
That's a 4:30 match for you.
4:30 kickoff. I'll be up. Early to bed Friday. I'm gonna go see Free Gear Friday. Go to sleep.
This is a complete side topic. But Kyle, I put in the group chat this morning, me buying the jersey. And then you were the only person that was up at 4 a.m. and I was like, he's a new father. That is probably why he's up and responding at 4 or 3 in the morning.
And I'm just like, I'm scrolling X and ding, I was like, ooh, somebody else is awake.
I was like, I'm not going to inconvenience everybody and put this message in. And I was like, I'm going to inconvenience everybody and put this message in at 4 a.m. Kyle instantly, nice. I was like,
nice.
He's got a newborn baby at home. He's 100% up.
Yep. What's next? Sunderland won 3-0 against West Ham.
Ham
that gave me.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that gave me hope that Sunderland might make it and West Ham might go down. That was.
This is why I put West Ham in like 16th or 17th place.
Yeah, they do not look good.
And they haven't made good signings or many signings.
Yeah, I don't even see them linked to why aren't they going for Nico Jackson?
Because they're smart.
They can't afford him.
Yeah. And then
Papa wants 80 mil.
JP, how'd City do against Wolves?
Oh, City was incredible this weekend. I would say the one player that wasn't too impressive was Doku. But I think he suffered a lot from. Well, Wolves only attack down his side, and he's a guy who needs to receive the ball up the field and take a defender on one-on-one. So wasn't really a match that suited him. But that being said, the defender on his side, their new signing, who came from Wolves, Aït-Nouri, was statistically and by the eye test the best defender in the league last week. Didn't get dribble past and was incredible one-on-one, tackling, interceptions, and attacking. So
let's
signing
see what
there.
They do against Tottenham.
Yep, we're still calling them Tottenham. I love that. Haaland, incredible. Another week 1, 2 matches scored. And Kevin De Bruyne. I'm sorry. Tajani Reinders.
Dude,
the best signing.
Him? Who drafted him?
The best signing in the Premier League this season was directly involved in all 4 goals.
Yeah, but does he start?
He did. He did that game.
That's a guy
who's start again? Rodri.
He's going to start 33 matches. Well, Rodri's not going to start till September when he's healthy. End of September.
Rodri is not going to be a starter if Reinders plays like that.
Okay, well, Nico Gonzalez isn't going to be a starter when Rodri's healthy. So
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
I wish I had the
just don't think-
Fortnite 100 IQ emoji that I could just pop up for Wes every time he talks.
Check
Can
the
we talk
sound.
about my fantasy selections? Oscar, Bob, and Reinders just playing
Oscar Bob looked like a Norwegian Messi.
Yeah, that was awesome. Awesome. That was awesome to
Is
watch.
he Norwegian?
I was going to say he's Norwegian.
He's Norwegian.
I did not know that. I thought it was English.
And Wes
No, he's Norwegian.
just comes to the forefront yet again.
What?
Who did that?
He was either England or Belgium.
I just want to say Dylan's
No.
a great addition to the podcast.
Yeah.
He's from Norway. He is from Norway. And Tajani Reinders was the tempo setter for Manchester City this weekend. I'm sorry, Spurs has no shot. They're playing Wolves, who I have in a relegation battle.
Yeah,
do.
they
By the
definitely are.
I'm getting relegated.
Money moves.
Yeah.
I have him in a
Also,
relegation battle. I
Strand
don't have him
Larson
getting
goes
relegated.
somewhere.
Newcastle.
Strand Larson goes somewhere. That's a big plot twist.
Newcastle gonna sign somebody. They might sign a sack of potatoes. I ain't talking about the fantasy team. They got to do something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're playing Anthony Gordon up top all season.
Or if they get Wisa. I think that's the only thing that's like the most linked thing that they have right now. Or Nico Jackson, which is also heavily linked. So
How did Chelsea do? You got to see him live in person.
AJ Chase, direct.
got to see the Blues in person. Honestly, unbelievable seats right in the fan section, right behind goal, right in the corner. I would say,
Nikos, how do you feel? Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, go for it.
How do you feel having witnessed one of the VAR blunders of the season live in person?
I was very excited about it because I did get to celebrate a goal, but we got to celebrate the overturned goal kick, free kick.
I have no clue what the ref was doing.
It could have been it. Could have been. Honestly, we had no idea what was going on. We were all looking around. I was like, was that not a goal? Like, what happened? He just absolutely rocketed that in. And then we're trying to find, look at the replays, and we're like, sure, no goal.
What was it? What was it like watching your team score?
I've got to see him score before, so it's okay.
I have
did they
Regardless,
not score?
Leslie, it's my time to talk.
At home?
It is my time to talk.
Cliche.
The game was really good. I think JP put it best a little bit this little earlier today in our group chat. They're kind of in their hangover phase from winning the Club World Cup. I'm not going to say, hey, look, we got a point. We tied. We drew against the team. We drew against the Crystal Palace team that's coming off a high, winning 2 trophies in a row, back to back.
But how come theirs isn't a hangover?
I don't know.
Well,
Sir. Regardless, I don't think we're talking about how Crystal Palace is, a walk in the park. Earlier today, you said how Bournemouth is a strong team. Crystal Palace has been unbelievable the last few months. Ending the last season, they did unbelievable. They just missed out on Europa because of a technicality. They were in it. They won the FA Cup. They just beat Liverpool in the Community Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Two unbelievable games. Crystal Palace is on the way up. Now, of course, that Etse deal couldn't happen last week. Because I think if that Etse deal happened last week, the game probably would have been a little bit different. I will say, one of the players that I really did like watching in person, which was kind of just unreal to kind of see, Mateta. Oh my God, that dude's massive. Massive and so good on the ball. Just fun to watch. He would get the ball, just a big body, aggressive, and then you just see him turn and move on the ball. You're like, that body should not be doing that. So that was cool. I'd say overall, taking a tie, taking a point out of Crystal Palace, who's been on a hot streak lately, not upset with it.
Okay. Forest kicked the shit out of Brentford. They look lost.
And
I was watching that game.
The age-old question was answered, Kyle.
Yeah,
Will Chris Wood start?
Did he start or did
Will he start?
He started.
He scored twice.
I started too, but They just signed another striker.
Who also started and scored.
But do you sit a 2-goal scorer? Do you score a brace? Do you sit a brace score?
You'd have to start him again.
He will continue starting, but he's either going to get hurt or he's going to have 4 or 5 bad games, and they're going to bring in their new striker.
Well, to be fair,
He's the XG defier.
I thought I was the one about XG.
You are, which is why you don't think he starts. But he defies all XG logic.
So hang on.
He scores goals he's not supposed to score.
Team of the year. So I think his starting position is fairly secure for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with how he started. But I still think by the end of the year he's not starting.
Maybe.
How he what? How he
I
what?
think by the end of the year.
How he started?
What?
Thank you.
What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, his brain's in a pretzel.
Pretzel, I ate the donut an hour ago. You're here looking like a mess right now.
All right, let's move on to the big game of the weekend. Manchester United versus Arsenal. That was a tough one to watch. Me and Wes watched it together with our other buddy Ryan.
I was eating chips.
We did. We had homemade salsa, so it was pretty good. We had a good time. Yeah, that was the worst.
Are those the only positives you have? The homemade salsa?
No, we won the game.
The salsa?
Fantastic. That's Wes. I made it, so I don't judge it for me.
It was incredible homemade salsa. My 20 seconds on the game is that in every championship team and season, there's a handful of games a year that you don't play well and you still scrap out. And to do that on probably an improved Man U at their home stadium, for anyone to banter us on that, like as if we've lost somehow, we're going home with 3 points, and that's a game to look back on at the end of the year and be like, this is why we're in this position.
I can care less about Arsenal. Kyle, tell me more about this salsa.
He can't stand that we won.
So, what was better, the salsa or the Swede?
The salsa.
Yeah, but you could have asked me anyone. Like, the salsa was banging.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm impressed.
The only player on Arsenal who played better than like for like in their position was David Raya. David Raya had a great match. Saved a shot from Cunha that should have been in the back of the net. Saved a shot from Mbumo that should have been back of the net. Oh, Wes, why are you shaking your head? That's 100%
Gabriel had a better game than his equal part, for sure. They kept a clean sheet, something that they couldn't do. So to say that like for like, everyone except Raya is just not true. Gabriel had a better game than whoever you want to match him up with.
I mean, leaving Mbumo alone in the box for an uncontested header doesn't make you a good defender.
I'm not here
and that's on Gabriel's side.
I'm not here to say that we played well. I'm just here to say that we scrapped out a win, and that's what you have to do a handful of times a year to be a great team. And if you're going to not admit that you agree with that, then you're just being naive to what.
No, you do. You do have to win those matches, and it's, you may have gotten away. You may have gotten away with a no call on a penalty. It's up for debate. We've beaten this horse time and time again in the group chat. Saliba may have gotten to Cunha a little early. I know Dylan is on the Saliba side. Wes is on the Saliba side. Kyle's on the Saliba side. Nikos, I don't know where he stands, but may have been a penalty.
You know where he's going to biasly stand.
I didn't watch.
I didn't watch.
I don't know.
He could have just agreed with me for agreement's sake. So,
like I said from the beginning, I'm more interested about the salsa. I mean, I don't.
The next time you come over, I'll have some for you.
We won, Nikos. We won the
Arsenal
game.
won. Play bad.
Arsenal-
Moving on.
Arsenal played.
Well, let me just say here's the thing. Every single year Arteta has been here, September has been statistically the worst month every single year. For
Right
whatever reason, we always start off horrible. Last year, same thing. Year before that, same thing. We always start off super slow. I don't know why it is that way. It just seems like we don't get rolling until October. After that first like international break that's always in September, we don't get rolling until after that. So hopefully with, next week going against Leeds, hopefully we can use that, get everybody up to speed. Obviously, Gyökeres did not have a great debut in the Premier League. I think number one, the team is not used to playing with a striker like that. He also didn't have any preseason other than one game. So he's not, match fit whatsoever. So I think it's going to take him, obviously, it's going to take him a few weeks, even if he signed the first day of the window. So I think it's going to take him a little bit of time to get used to the Premier League and used to playing for this system, but we'll see.
I mean, I guess that kind of goes back to, does he have the time?
Yeah, like we said, like I said, he doesn't have the time because I know that we don't play well in September, so he has to, kind of play better than normal. So
Even
it'll
going
be
to
interesting.
Dylan's point a little bit earlier, saying how like who comes in and starts right away. I mean, City has like an unbelievable record of players coming in and making an impact immediately. Reinders, Cherky, Holland last year, just coming in and starting unbelievably strong. If Gyökeres takes a few weeks and you guys stumble, like is that enough for you guys to be like shit?
I totally agree with what you're saying. And I think, to be honest with you, this is where that FIFA Club World Cup would have come in handy because I think. Oh, what happened? Okay. I think the City players, the new signings who were signed before that tournament and had 3, 4, 5 games to play with each other and learn his system and kind of almost get a way longer preseason, worked out. And I think you saw from Liverpool's new signings and Arsenal's new signings who didn't play in that tournament they're not up to speed because preseason, you know what I mean? You're only playing at whatever 60%, 70%. So
Yep.
and it just takes too, you know what I mean? Like that prep is just different. You know what I mean? You could tell that Chelsea team was just gelled better.
Yeah.
The City squad was gelled better because of that tournament. So and then Leeds,
I will say
Leeds and Everton.
we did skip over Brighton and Fulham
Oh yes,
on
you're right.
Saturday. Does anyone have anything about Brighton and Fulham? Because I'm going to be honest. Time zone. I was asleep. I set my
Yeah.
lineup and fell back asleep.
That's one of those I don't care. Next.
I don't really give a shit. Sorry, Brighton and Fulham fans.
Sorry, Brighton.
Okay.
Fulham.
Leeds and Everton. Please let me take this one because
Yep.
one of my hot takes was Leeds is not in a relegation battle. And guess what? They're out of the relegation zone. They're top half of the table. Leeds looked good. Leeds looked good on Monday.
Can I tell you why?
Because they played Everton?
We do have Dylan, who is a notorious Everton hater. Makes sense, but huge Everton
a
despiser.
Liverpool fan who's an Everton hater? No. Come on.
Honestly, put that aside, though. Everton never start seasons well, like, ever. They're always
True.
bad at the beginning.
They
then
don't.
The last couple of years, they've been especially bad, and they've had to.
Well, and
Yeah,
and are they going to suffer? Are they going to suffer from the Tottenham thing with the new stadium?
Potentially,
getting akin to the new home field.
I think they
probably yes. When's the last team that that moved into a new stadium right away and did super well? Especially
I can't think of one.
That is more mid-tably and probably depends on those home games. My opinion.
I think they come in next week. They start Grealish. I think they kind of subbed him in as like a courtesy to the whole team, as like we just signed him. He's not going to start right away. I think he comes in and starts next week against Brighton, and then I think we'll see if that makes a difference of having him coming in fresh and full start for the game, and see if that makes a difference. I think it will, because I think like I was listening to the game, so hard to kind of see like what he was actually doing out there, but it sounded like when he got out there, it kind of like picked up a little bit.
Yeah, and he got out there a little late, and Leeds was firing on all cylinders.
Yeah,
Like
they were up for it.
Leeds dominated possession. They dominated shots, more set pieces. Like Leeds looked good. They looked like obviously not the same style as Bielsa Leeds, but they were playing like Bielsa Leeds. They were a good looking team. I was watching that match. It was like Leeds should be up 3-0, and it was still 0-0. And they did get kind of lucky with a pen because that it's so tough to give a pen when the defender's got his arms pinned behind his back and he leans towards the ball and it hits his arm. Like it's a handball. It is. That's what the rules say. But like, I mean, ball don't lie. At the end of the day, Leeds should have won the match. They dominated the match. That's just how the game went.
Yeah. I think they got a good chance to stay up if they play like that all season. Definitely.
I think I had them in like 14th. And they're bringing in Noah Okafor. Promising striker.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to upcoming matches.
Yes, sir. We got a fun one tomorrow.
Yeah, a little late this week. But
Yeah.
next week we should be back to the Monday,
Somebody
right?
was traveling.
We're gonna be back to our normal program schedule. West Ham and Chelsea tomorrow. Personally, I think we'll probably start. We'll see a more normal Chelsea. I think it's gonna be like a 3-1, 3-0 win for Chelsea. I think that what's either gonna happen if West Ham do get a goal is they're gonna score first, and everyone's gonna like start talking shit. And I'm gonna be like, God damn it. And then Chelsea will pull it back together, or we just dominate the whole game 3-0. I think Esteval shockingly gets to start tomorrow.
Over
Gittins. And then we'll see. Because honestly, watching him play the other day, as soon as he came on, oh my God, it was our team just surged up. So I think he earns the start over Gittins, and we'll see how we come out. I think it'll be a good showing / win for Chelsea.
So, what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a few games to go through and get everybody's score predictions, and we'll do a point if you guessed the right winner or if you guessed the draw, and then you get an extra point if you got the right score. So, Nikos, what are you going for? I chose Chelsea as West Ham as the first game.
Mm-hmm.
What's your score prediction?
Chelsea win.
Okay.
3-1.
3-1. Okay. Who wants to take their Chelsea West Ham predictions next?
Sure. I got so Nikos, I think you keep the kid hungry. You sub him in at halftime. Got 0-0 at the half, but Chelsea walks away with a 2-0 win.
Okay. I went 3-0 Chelsea. I think there's no chance West Ham score. Not because of Chelsea, because of West Ham. That's nothing bad to say or good to say about Chelsea. I just think West Ham can't score.
Wes, I see you pondering over there.
What's
Yeah, what I'm wondering is if Ice Cold Palmer is going to give me some freaking points this week. He's dreadful week 1. Piece of crap.
He did that just for me. I gave him a call. I'll be like, hey, listen, Wes picked you up in fantasy.
It's going to be a 2-1 win. I think something sweaty happens with the defense in the back with Chelsea. The bubbles distract, something happens, and they sneak out a goal, but I do think Chelsea win 2-1.
Dylan?
2-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay. Next up, I did City and Spurs as the next matchup of the weekend.
4-0 Spurs. Run it back, Turbo.
Okay, after you go, that's quick. Okay.
Write it down.
I'm writing it down.
I'm just kidding.
Hold on a damn second.
It's written down.
It is at the Etihad.
So
it is
last game, you still
not
lost 4-0.
a home match for Spurs. 3-1 Manchester City.
Okay.
Ederson in his final match for Manchester City once again does not pull out a clean sheet. 3-1.
Okay.
3-1 was my prediction as well.
Okay, 3-1. I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
I like that. That's my real.
That's
I'm
exactly
going
what
for
I
a
was
2-2
gonna-
draw. Nick,
Yeah,
Nice
2-2
job.
draw is
I like
exactly
that.
what I was gonna say.
Spurs are the Man City bogey side. Are they usually not?
yeah, they're the only team that like I actually am confident could beat City. I don't know why. It's just they just have their, you know what I mean?
They're just so
Plus, Thomas-
annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
If
you
it
know
were
what I mean?
if it were Spurs away, I may flip the scoreline.
Okay.
But it's Spurs at home. And I think with all of the new faces in at Manchester City, they're not even thinking about the Spurs curse. They're not thinking about it.
Okay. So
But is
Outside
it their
of-
first? Is it their first challenge? Is this their first kind of like, okay, this is our first semi-competent team where now all these new faces together need to kind of not just breeze by a team? Or are we just going to float it in? And I think this will be the first actual competition for City and see how they handle it.
Well, they've
I think
only
it's for
played
both.
Wolves.
yeah, and I think it's for both of them. I
So-
think this is if Thomas
Well-
Frank can pull out the win, then this
And the-
Spurs
Does
team-
Solanke show up on time for training and get a start this week?
after Richarlison's showing, I don't know.
But here's the thing, right? With Spurs, Richarlison goes in, scores 2 goals, one's a worldie, and what do? Dangle him as a trade piece for Eze. So Richarlison isn't even in Thomas Frank's mind as a perennial starter.
Yeah.
Solanke's
I know.
the guy.
Where
I
to
was
start?
saying boost his prop, like boost his value after that overhead and just get rid of
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So 3-1 City. Shut the fuck
Okay.
up.
All right, so I'm skipping Brentford, Villa, and Bournemouth, Wolves. Okay. Now Burnley, Sunderland. Okay. Promoted team battle. I thought this would be a fun one. Who's winning? Burnley versus Sunderland.
Who's
I
on
went
Burnley?
for Burnley's home. I went for a Sunderland 1-0 against Burnley.
Likewise.
I'm going.
Draw.
This is a tough one for me. This is a tough one. I think that the Sunderland magic dies down.
Okay.
Their last 3 matches, Sunderland Burnley, have been draws. 0-0. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a 0-0, a 1-0 Sutherland, and a 0-0. I think it is a 1-1 draw.
Okay. 1-1 draw. Dylan, would you say 0-0 draw? 2-2. Oh.
Deuces.
Those teams can't defend.
Deuces are wild.
I'm
I mean,
I'm
at least the
going-
fans get their money if they score 4 in a game.
Big
Yeah.
believer.
I'm going 2-1 Burnley.
Ooh.
Now-
Okay.
Sunderland. Do you know how hard it must be to lose with that tifo that they came out with the other day?
True. That was a sick
My
tifo.
God,
That
I
was
would be ready to run through a wall.
Yeah.
If they came through like that. There's no reason why they came out and stormed the way they did. They were ready to fight a fucking dragon.
They had what 10 years to design a good Premier League tifo.
I saw that on Twitter and I was ready to take the pitch.
Yeah.
I was ready. So I think it was impossible for them to lose their first day, but 2-1 Burnley.
Okay. Next up, I chose Arsenal versus Leeds. What do we think? Anybody want to go first? Wes, what are you thinking?
Is this the day that Gyökeres announces himself?
2-0.
Okay. I also did 2-0.
Make that 3.
Okay.
This will be one of Victor's 9 goals this season in the Premier League.
You're so cute.
Victor and Saka.
Them goals ain't bad.
3-1 Arsenal.
3-1.
I love the disdain that you said that. score with.
Disdain, yeah. It hurt coming out.
Yeah, whatever.
They're already behind us.
Dylan,
Okay.
what's yours?
I like Nikos' 3-1. I will second that.
Okay.
I just
3-1.
as good as I thought Leeds was, I don't think they're going to score against Arsenal.
I
Yeah.
got that. You know, there's a Arsenal thing going on, so I feel like they might get shafted.
You're not wrong. Mikel Arteta may call New York.
And then for the last one, I decided the big one of the weekend, Newcastle versus Liverpool, the Isak Bowl.
Oh, we skipped Man U.
Yeah, they're going
Yeah,
against Fulham. I
they're
don't really
playing.
care.
But
Yeah. If they don't win that,
Fulham could definitely get at Craven Cottage.
yeah.
If we had a Manchester United fan
That's
on the panel here,
That's a 2-2 draw.
You want to
Just
add
for
it
the
in?
record, off the record, I'm a 2-2.
you know what? Let's add it in. Let's add it in. We're
Okay,
keeping
we'll-
score.
we'll-
Let's
we'll
add
add
it in.
'em in.
Wes says it's a 2-2 draw. I say it's a 3-0 Manchester United victory.
Ooh. You're going 3-0.
Nikos is going 4-1.
4-1 United.
Who's home? United?
Not
No,
Fulham.
No,
Wes, what did
Fulham.
you say? 2-2 draw?
2-2.
4-1 United.
Okay.
Whoever your supplier is, I need to be in touch with him, Wes. I need
I think-
something to take me to a different planet.
I think it's 2-0 United.
Jesus.
I'm gonna be laughing next week.
All right.
Hoping
Then
not out myself.
we got Newcastle Liverpool, yeah?
Dylan, what was yours?
I'm still pending. I'm gonna go with a 1-1 stinker.
Okay. And then Newcastle and Liverpool.
Are we?
Does Isak come out in the middle of the field and just say like, "Hey, whoever wins this game, I'll play for"?
The War of Isak.
Yeah. I don't. This one was
I don't know if
tough.
Liverpool walk out of there with a win. I don't know if Liverpool walks off the pitch with Joe Ellington running around getting absolute free hits at everybody every single year. I don't know how that
1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay. We played
'cause-
Newcastle at a preseason game, and Joe Lipton elbowed our 15-year-old Max Dalman right in the face. Like, came onto the pitch, bam, caught an elbow. Was like, "Yep, welcome to the big leagues, buddy." I was like, "Holy shit!"
Guy did not know how to play striker. They threw him in midfield, and just told him to hold those people. Fair play.
Yeah.
Everybody, sometimes you just need a tempo setter. Let the other team know.
Yeah, you gotta go for it.
He might
I
get
went-
sent off.
I did a 2-1 Liverpool victory.
That's what I got too.
So, go ahead, Dylan. Go ahead.
We'll go 2-2.
2-2.
Well, Hugo and Salah combo again. Spice me up.
So, just because Newcastle do not have a striker, and Liverpool wants Newcastle to call them daddy, I'm actually going to say that Liverpool walks out with a 2-0 win.
Okay.
There will be violence.
That's gonna be
Joe Ellington. Joe
Not
Ellington will
Sellers.
be snatching ACLs and Achilles and taking names. But
that feels like a game that's got red card written all over it.
it's got multiple red cards written all over it, and I think it's 0-0 until the red cards start to be shown. I think this is one of those matches that Arne Slot looks at and says, "I'm gonna need my mighty ankle snatcher Andy Robertson on the pitch." And I don't think Andy Robertson lasts 9 minutes, not because he's subbed off, but because he's sent off. And I think Newcastle wins the red card battle. I think Newcastle sees more red than Liverpool. Not just because of the color of Liverpool's jersey, but because they will be being sent off left and right. And I think Newcastle's down to 9, Liverpool's down to 10, and that one-man advantage leads to a 2-0 victory.
Okay. It's gonna be that. That's definitely the game of the weekend. I'm most excited for that.
Bloodbath.
Yeah.
1-1.
And,
Monday night.
yeah. So before we get off here, I wanted to go through some fantasy matchups from last week.
We
Let's
don't
see how we
don't
did.
have to. Like we can enjoy our night.
just real quick, we'll go through that. Let me make this nice and big. Everybody can see what happened.
So
Okay.
I would like to highlight a certain match here, Kyle.
Okay, you could go first. Yeah. Which match are you thinking?
So I have a bottle of the good stuff here.
Okay.
It's Johnny Walker Blue, and I want to pour a drink for one of my friends. So the direct quote was, and I'm gonna pace it the same way he did.
Okay.
Alexander Sousa the third is notorious for ending his season before game week 1 because of the way he drafts. Now, that quote was said by a dear friend of mine, Mr. Wesley Cromble, whose team name previously was Saka Potatoes and is now Palmerized and overrated. Wesley, this one goes out to you. Mr. Souza not only embarrassed you on the podcast, but embarrassed you on the pitch. He nearly doubled your point total, and he sent you to the gulag. You're the second bottom on the table. This one is for your season being ended after game week 1.
Cheers. Cheers
To
everybody.
Wesley.
Any rebuttals?
Wesley, what do you have to say?
He actually
Sorry,
left.
my thing was frozen there. I was trying to say that I said those exact words last week, and once in a while I have to eat my words, so I am, but it's just like the first few game weeks. It's chaos. You think you know what's going to happen, and you don't, and it didn't matter who played Sousa last week. You were all losing to him, so I saved my points for future weeks to just be efficient, and I definitely took a few hours to think to myself about what I had done with my draft this year.
Now, I also do have to issue a correction, because last week I did say I never met Sousa. That's not true. I did meet Sousa. I was blackout drunk at a golf tournament. We may have had a couple backwoods with not tobacco in the backwoods. I have met Sousa. Alex, I'm sorry, because I do remember meeting you, but I do not remember anything that happened from the second I met you until the second I went home. So Sousa, I'm sorry.
So you're saying it meant nothing to you?
It meant everything to me. We played a golf tournament together. It was a great golf tournament. It was one of the best golf tournaments I've ever played in. But I'm sorry, Sousa. I stand corrected. I'm wrong. I met you, buddy. So to you and the death of Palmerized and overrated.
I kept checking the score, and the picture of Holland with the long hair, every single time watching his score higher than Wes's was like, I can't, this is too much. I can't do this. I was in a nail biter, by the way. I was in a nail biter against Canada.
You were in a nail biter. I don't know. I lost 91 to 92.
Yeah, 91.5 to 92.5. One single point.
Absurd.
That's a tough one.
And then also, Fringpong gets hurt. And now also, Wisa still's not playing. My team's just in shambles right now. So we'll...
Yeah. Like Wes said, the first couple game weeks are tough because you're not sure which new signings are really going to get the start. You know, is Oscar Bob going to play when everybody says he's not going to play? You know, it's interesting.
Oh, you mean the Norwegian Messi?
Yes, the Norwegian Messi, who's on my team.
Yeah, Wes and I actually knew that he was from Norway like so long ago.
And Kyle, you have the Dutch De Bruyne.
I do. I got doing pretty good. The question is, one last fantasy question. Now that Eze moved to Arsenal, is his fantasy value greater or less than what he was? I think less. I think he's less valuable.
I think this is one of the few times where Wes's question, does he start, actually applies. Because
Yeah.
when Eze starts, he's going to be a top player. When he doesn't start, that's when the questions will be asked. I think it's one of those tough things with fantasy prem where it's like, is it better to have someone who starts every single match? Or is it better to have someone who's going to start 28 matches and absolutely ball out every time they play because they have fresh legs? That's one of the questions, and I think about that when I draft. I think, look, if I get enough guys who are, going to start and ball out, that's more important than getting someone who's going to start and get me 6 or 7 points a week.
My piece on Eze is I think I mean, we can all agree he's a really good player. How is he going to transition to a team where he doesn't have to be and cannot be the guy? He's been on Crystal Palace. He is able to over dribble. He's able to try to beat people, dribble through 6 or 7 people and not give up the ball. If he loses the ball, it's like, okay, well, it's Eze. He's our guy. That's going to have to be a huge difference for him, playstyle wise, to be like, all right, I have to pass more. This isn't me on Crystal Palace beating everybody. It's just, how does he transition to not being the key role player on the team rather than an addition to the team that I need to work off other people? Because right now, for the last how many years, he's been the guy. So let's see how he transitions.
Why can't he be the guy at Arsenal?
Because you guys already have many people on the team. Like you don't need to have Madweke trying to dribble through 5 people, Eze trying to dribble through 5 people, Saka trying to dribble through 5 people.
So being that
Odegaard running
guy
the show.
means dribbling a lot.
I think he is somewhat a selfish, flashy player, but he had to be with the team that he was on. That was his
Oh,
play
he's
style.
and he's also, like last season, they didn't have Elise, set piece taker. Takes every set piece. Even this weekend, he was the set piece taker for Palace. Is he going to be the set piece taker for Arsenal?
I think so.
No.
I think it's him
No.
and Rice.
There we
I
go.
think he-
See,
I
there's
think
an argument between fans.
I think
Is
he kicks out.
Mats and
because
Odegaard the guy?
Odegaard hasn't hit a free kick, so
Yeah, but
and Eze is way
as he's a
better at free
righty
kicks.
though, like they're gonna have to use Odegaard still. They maybe give it to Saka, but I don't
Yeah.
think as he sees many, if any, if he's playing free kicks. Maybe in cup matches and stuff when he's like
What about corners? Declan Rice is your corner taker.
I think
Yeah.
Declan stays the corner taker.
I mean, I feel like we can all agree he has to change his play style a little bit, yeah?
My only I think it's gonna work out. I think because he fills so many holes, he can play left wing. He can play the left 8, and Declan Rice could cover Zubimendi if Zubimendi's injured, and play Odegaard and Eze if you need to. He can cover Odegaard's position. My only nervous thing is Jack Grealish at City. Somewhat of a similar style player. Jack Grealish was the guy at Villa, went to a system team like City and just never hit the levels of Villa. He still was good in your treble winning season, as you will obviously say, but he was not Villa level of Grealish. And
He was a role player. Is
we
Eze going to
need-
be able to be a role player?
yeah, we need Eze to be Crystal Palace Eze on the left wing. And can he do that in this very tight knit system of you have to be here, you have to be here, you have to be here? I don't know. Interesting. But I think we need that little we need that person that's going to not do the same thing. We need that person to be like, hey, I know Arteta wants us to do this, this, and this, but I'm actually going to dribble by this guy and, change things up.
Now that I'm thinking about it, to the last trophy that Eberici Eze will lift, the Community Shield.
Cheers.
Eberici, this one is for you.
We're due for an FA Cup coming up though, so it might be an FA Cup soon. That is our tournament. We're due for one of those.
To the perennial FA Cup winners, Arsenal.
Thank you.
Dylan's
Any
very
questions?
unimpressed by this performance.
Any questions for the viewers for next week?
This is embarrassing.
Who is your Premier League winner after week 1, and why is it Manchester City?
Ooh, okay.
I don't know, JP. Why don't you tell us why you think City can win it?
Because
they're the best-
Landers
they're
is
the best club in the world.
the best midfielder ever, and we got him.
Listen, I'm going to start calling him De Brinders because
Hey.
he's that good. He's that good. He's that good. Go
real
ahead.
Quick,
Watch the match back. Watch it, Wes.
real
I
quick.
know you didn't watch. You only watch Arsenal.
Did you watch the Napoli match with De Bruyne?
I'll start.
Did you see that? You saw the highlights? I only saw the highlights on Twitter. That was bad, dude. That was like a retirement match.
Tough start
was
for
bad.
KDB.
Tough start.
I mean, listen, he's older. He's got a lot of miles on the legs.
Yeah.
He can't run.
No, he can't. He definitely can't.
Uh,
If you got a minute, type in.
He's
the
got a lot of
Napoli
miles on the
highlights.
legs equals he can't run.
Yeah.
Yeah. City got rid of him at the right time. He showed up a couple times for us after he came back and pulled off some magic. But listen, the magic's got to run out at some point, and they found the right replacement. They got the Serie A midfielder of the year.
Well,
And he's going to be the Premier League midfielder of the year.
Ooh, okay. A little hot take.
Early shout.
Yeah, with that, we'll see you guys next week. We'll be back on Monday. We'll go through game week 2 and preview game week 3. And yeah, maybe we'll do a little deadline day live special when the window closes.
I'd love a
coming up.
deadline day. I'd
That'd
love
be
that.
fun. We'll go live on YouTube. You guys can watch out for that. Everybody can pop in and out whenever they want to.
When is it? Is it a midweek thing or is it?
Is it September 1st? I think it's
No,
I
it's
think
the
it's,
31st.
or 30.
Yeah,
Is it
it's August 31st.
August 31st? You're pretty close.
Day,
Also,
what day of the week is that?
Might be September 2nd, to be honest.
Sunday.
Ooh, it's a Sunday.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like.
Also, I think we should end on this. Let's give a quick round of applause for our newest member who finally joined the podcast, Coach Dylan.
That's
Yes.
finally
Round of applause.
Luis
Thank
Diaz.
you. Great
gracing us
job.
with your presence.
Top
Great
five.
job.
Banter Boyz, let's go. We'll play hard.
All right, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for listening. Tune in to us next week.
See you
I
on Monday.
Decent chances of being top the table at the end of next week.
Let's see.
Shut the fuck up.
Later, dude.